All right, man. We live, and it's our fourth Villan Discord access. Let me see. We're gonna do a sound check.
Yep, number 4.
We're gonna do a sound check early. A sound. Let's see. We're gonna do a sound check real fast and then get this thing popping. This thing popping, talking like the '80s, like a 90s rapper, and get this thing popping. All right, man. Okay, I can hear myself. All right, what's going on? All right, what's going on, Kyle?
What's good, everybody? Well, y'all don't answer that. Y'all keep yourself on mute. But what's good, Street?
I'm chilling. So this is our fourth. So to let people, well, we'll explain in a second when a few more people file in here. So this is the Villan Discord access. We usually do it on Fridays. We're doing it on Saturday. We're doing it on Saturday tonight. As you can see, if you in here, man, if you in here with us on a Saturday night, then that means you probably ain't got no life. Right? Or you're at an Airbnb with one TV, right, Kyle?
Yes, sir. In the ghetto.
So we'll let a few people file in here, and then we'll kind of start and get going, man. But I had another scrimmage today, man. We'll kind of get into that, what we heard from the scrimmage.
Yeah, while we waiting, we letting people slide in there. But Street, man, how was trading for you this week, bro? You doing the trading?
Oh, yeah, I think I had a pretty good day of trading, man. IOD squad, we got in a Tesla play about 3:30 because Tesla failed because of, I think they missed.
They lied on Elon.
Right? They came out and said he was going to do away with the low cost car, and then the stock fell. So we got in play, and then after the market closed, Elon tweeted out that the self-driving taxis, the robo taxis, are coming in August, and boy, after market, Tesla flew up, and we was in the Tesla play, and Monday morning it should make a big move because I think ARK Invest put 70 million. I think she put like 70 million into Tesla on Friday because she's been saying the robo taxis was coming. Kathy Woods from ARK.
Mm-hmm.
For the people who in here think we crazy, man, but this is what we do. We talk Bitcoin the ball. I started talking about investing because I realized that with the football, the kids needed the financial side of it. And that's when we started talking both. So we'll get into football here in a second when a couple people filing here, but we kind of sometimes talk both because it can't just be all entertainment and backpedaling, bro. And then you get to the dough and have no clue what to do with money. So that's what the stock side of it came from, or comes from. Stocks and investing in crypto. We talk about crypto. Been crying and begging for people to get into crypto ever since it went down to 28. Now it's 70 and it's pushing right now. Kyle trying to push back up to 70 again, and it'll be 100,000 soon. And everybody be the same thing they said about Google, Tesla. I should have got in when it was $10. Well, when it's $10, it don't feel good. That's why you don't never get in.
Mm-hmm.
So listen. So all right. So we got 200 people in here. What's going on? Hit the like button, share wherever you're watching that. We on Instagram. I added Instagram live too. So we're gonna see how many. We're gonna see if we can get up 3,000 here tonight. So what this is the Villan Discord access. This is what we do with the villains in the Discord all the time. Y'all just don't ever get to see it because it's behind the paywall. But I'm gonna unveil the villains. See, they back there. See all the villains back there. They back there ready to ask their weird questions and get a weird take. But this is what we do. But we've started giving access to you guys on Friday, so you can see and you may want to sign up. If you go in the description at the bottom, you can sign up for the you can sign up for IOD Squad. That's the investing where we talk about what we invest every day on the Discord, and you can sign up to be a villain. That's all in the description, and we'll put it in the chat every now and then tonight, or just text. Everybody write this number down: 786-405-9499. Just send a text. Say IOD Squad. Say I want to be a villain. And then we'll get you going. But this is what we do in the Discord. I think I don't know, maybe 300 people, 400 people, something like that. We have, but we're gonna have a conversation tonight, and we'll let you hear the villains talk and some of the stuff we talk about. Some of it's deep, some of it you probably haven't heard. We talk about a lot of things that we don't talk about in public. So Cal, I mean, you can tell them boys they can come through, right?
Yes, sir. Y'all come on through, man. Look, especially if y'all work overnight, y'all will love the Discord because this thing will go all night. But
I know I don't fell asleep plenty of times.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can't do that tonight. I don't want to stay up too late, keep these lights on, because I'm in Decatur, I'm in the hood. And I don't need nobody thinking I'm finna be an easy lick. So I ain't gonna be here all night with y'all boys. But no, we stay here all night, man. We keep it running. It's a lot more information you're gonna get in here. Obviously, since we're going live, we ain't gonna give you too much information. But I was actually filling in the guys, some information right before we started, as a matter of fact. So it's gonna always be some extra information that's gonna come through here. We talk in here a lot more candid than we can, out loud and everything. And everybody's free to come in and give their take and give their opinion. I know some of y'all be sitting at home, sitting at your desk. KB don't know what the hell he talking about. F Rich, Street Line. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all get a chance to come in here and y'all can say some of that stuff and you can get some feedback. You know what I mean? Do a little back and forth and everything. And you got to earn some money on the side, man. You jump in some IOD Squad, man. I only did 2 trades the other day. I got up, let me see, 9:30 the bell hit. I made my first trade at 9:40. I made like $500 between 9:40 and 9:55. I kid you not. Stepped back. I thought I was done for the day. I saw one more, ran into it. I wasn't trying to cash out, but I ended up saying, you know what? It was $100. Let me cash out. Boom, that was it. That was my $600 for the day. Did that in about 30 minutes. I ain't saying you finna do that every day, but I'm just letting y'all know it's a chance to get out here and make money. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
So y'all come kick it with us, man.
No, it is. And right now, I think it's 30% off of IOD Squad right now. I think
it is.
If you type IOD April in the coupon section, I'm gonna put the link. I'm gonna put the link in the description. I think it's 35% off, and the coupon code is IOD April. And I put that in the link right here. But no, Kyle, I mean, it is true, bro. I mean, like you try to tell people, but you say it over and over and over again. Then it just get to a point where you stop saying it. I got IOD Squad, so I can't stop saying it because I mean, what's the saying? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't drown them. Whatever the fuck.
Can't make them drink. You can't make them drink.
Whatever the saying is.
Water, you can't make them drink. So, but yeah, man, we got plenty going on over here. But as the getting to the topic at hand and what we about to get into, you got any rundowns for them, or you just want me to get straight into something else?
Oh no, I'll give them a rundown real quick. Today, I mean, they had a scrimmage. Seems like they scrimmage every Saturday, and next week will be the spring game, and that'll be the last scrimmage. And that'll be the end of spring. The transfer portal opens this week. You feel me? And the transfer portal, I'm telling y'all, is bro, you're gonna get your heart broken. You know what I'm saying? If you faint of heart, because the transfer portal is recruiting on steroids. Like, you have no clue what these kids are thinking. You have no clue what their home life was like. I mean, some of them may jump in the transfer portal. Some of them may jump in the transfer portal because mama lost her job. I know y'all don't ever think about stuff like that, but yeah, they may want to stay at their school, but mama lost her job. NC State saying, "Come through, man. We'll give you an NIL deal. We need a linebacker," and boom, he gone. You like, damn, man, like what he jumping the track? I ain't even. So it's a new day in college football, bro. So transfer portal open this week. You best believe it's gonna get weird. Good and bad. I mean, you may benefit from it.
Yeah, transfer portal, give it there and take it. So
Give
you
it,
know,
take it. Give it
that's just where we at now, fellas. That's just where we at.
But no, so they had a scrimmage today. We heard the defense finally stood up today. You know, the defense had been getting their head bashed in. Seemed like all spring long, but we heard the defense stood up today. I guess Guthrie probably drew up, and I'm not worried about him because I think he's one of our smarter coaches. I think he's one of our brighter minds on the staff, and I know he'll figure it out as the season comes. So he probably drew up some stuff today. Maybe they got a little more, wasn't as vanilla, but we heard Bobby Washington had a nasty hit. Zaquan keeps coming up with hits. I think he had a hit on the goal line, made somebody fumble.
Yep.
Kid from Alabama. What's kid from Alabama name? Cole McCartney.
McConaughey stood out today.
Cole McCartney is the defensive end. They say he stood out. He stood out today. He's out of Alabama. Heard Cam Ward was on point. But one guy whose name just keep coming up, bro, and it's weird because let's see what they got this guy. Let's see what they got this guy listed at, man. Elijah Lofton. See how big this guy is, man. Elijah Lofton is listed as a tight end, 6'2", 250 pounds. I don't think he's 6'2". I think that's a lie. He doesn't look 6'2" to me on the football field. He does not look 6'2", but the kid reminds me of DJ Dallas. Like he's just a plug and play football player, bro. And once again he flashed today at running back. That's the second time we don't see him at running back. And I heard he had 2 touchdowns. I heard the boy doing his thing at running back, which is interesting because I think we were kind of light at running back. We're young at running back, which he doesn't help that situation, but I'm sure he probably could block, right, Kyle? He's so physical.
Yeah, I'm hoping so anyway. I mean, I know he can block physically, but it's just a matter of picking up the blitz out of the backfield. Yeah, it's a little different.
Right. Understanding who you're supposed to block.
Right.
Got you. But the kid is just a football player, and if they could get him in other places, then it allows Arroyo, because Arroyo has looked damn good this spring. That'll allow him to get at tight end. And I just think the kid is just a heck of a pickup, man. I think it always goes all the way back to Brevin Jordan and us getting him out of Bishop Gorman and creating that tree, or that recruiting lane from Miami to all the way out there to Vegas. But we got a real football player in this dude, man. Like a real live, hey man, put dog at wide receiver, put dog at left tackle type dude, and he just could do it, and he just could do it. A real talent, and he's physical, and he's tough, and this is a freshman,
right?
Yeah. So in a few years, who knows what we're looking at?
I know we're gonna be looking at a MF, or we're gonna have trying to pay to keep out the portal. I know that's what he's gonna be.
Well, we don't have we don't have no backs of that size. We're not sure what's gonna happen with Fletcher. Why we can't just move him to running back? That don't mean everything. Every time he touch the ball, it got to be a carry. We still split him out and do all the little creative stuff.
Him and Citizen about the same size, right? They close.
Yeah, Citizen.
Citizen, but that's still only one dude. Why we can't just move him to running back? And even just for certain packages, like how they did him in high school, he was a goal line back, a short yardage back. So it's not. It don't have to be 20 carries out the gate. He's the starting running back. But why we can't just move the running back and let him focus on that?
It's it's crazy you say that, because you know what's weird. One thing I didn't talk about last week, and you just brought the kid out of South Broward,
Hellcat.
Hellcat out of South Broward. Hellcat looked damn good 2 weeks ago in that scrimmage, bro. And that's something nobody really talked about. He looks like he can put on a little more weight. But he looked good in that scrimmage. So now you got Lofton, then you got the kid out of St. Thomas that's coming in. Which is, I mean, listen, man, if you're gonna have a good team, you're gonna have depth, you're gonna have these problems, right? But when we had these problems in the 80s, there was no transfer portal. These kids were goddamn locked in. They couldn't go nowhere. It took an act of God to get out of there. Then you had to sit out a year. So, but now you got the transfer portal, and when rooms start getting too deep, I'm sure these kids think about moving. But it looks like, but bro, it does look like they may just be moving him to get a few carries a game or something at least.
I mean, Street, I was out there just Thursday, and I was out there a couple of times during last week and the week. And the plan is, from what I understand, is seeing him moving around. He is going to get a lot of, not want to say a lot, but like he was saying that, can he get some packages? They do already got a couple of packages with him out there lining up at the running back. And one thing that I did see that they were doing a lot is they'll line him up in the backfield, and then they'll go ahead and motion him out, and he'll slide out to like the slot receiver. He'll go all the way to the sideline, and he out there beasting them boys. But to add to what you were saying, he listed at 6'2", 250, but he more like 6'1.5", 230.
Right.
He's not 250. That's a lot.
Right. Unless he's just one of them people that's just all muscle.
Yeah, he is yoked up, but that 250, that's a stretch. But he every bit of like 6'1.5", 6'2", 230, and people just forgot that the dude is a natural running back. He started playing tight end only in high school, so him lining up back there, it ain't no leap. And then the thing is, if you try to move him permanently, then what that's saying about all the backs you recruited, that's kind of like a red flag when you start thinking about it.
Right,
that's what I'm saying too.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I was gonna say, anybody else got a problem with that?
It just said they're not as big as him, but go ahead.
I say I wouldn't move him to back permanently, because I think that takes away some of the work for the backs that you got, which I think we got a good back room. But I think if we move him to back permanently, we limit who he is, because now we make him one dimensional. But if we use him like a Debo Samuel, man, where you can use him, you don't know what the hell he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? That put a lot of defenses in conflict, man. You line them up in that backfield, and they come out in a traditional 4-3 or something, man. Now you flex him out, and you asking one of them big run stopping linebackers to go out there and cover him. Man, that's going present some conflict. I think that gives Dawson a lot of tools to use and a lot of things he could do with him. So I don't think you just put him into move him traditional into the backfield, because then you don't allow him to lose a skill set like he you want him to stay sharp.
You mentioned Debo Samuel. What is he listed as?
A receiver.
He's a receiver that get carry. So what's the difference? It's just a title, and that might where he spent most of the time at, but that don't change the fact that he in certain packages in the backfield. So you can list him as a running back and still split him out, or have him in the backfield and split him out, but his position is running back. You gotta have to label him something.
It's tight end. But see, the thing is, like I said, I don't know how many people been out there, but I've been out there at least 3-4 times, and his position title is tight end. He goes in the backfield often, and that's how they gonna go ahead and utilize him. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. We just gotta stop panicking. Fletcher gonna be back. There's already been known that Fletcher gonna be back. Citizen is no boys problems out there. So I don't, that whole narrative of we need to go get a running back. People need to kill that shit, because if you talk about, you already got 6 running backs now, like damn, and all them young dudes. So you telling me you gonna push somebody out? People need to pump the brakes on that a little bit.
Well, you know how that position is. It sound like a lot on paper. Then when you in about week 7, you done 3-4 of them done missed time already.
Right.
But that's why you recruited what you recruited. I mean, we all be a lot of time we talk about development, but then if you bring somebody in, then you slowing the development of what you got, who you've been raving about that you thought that was that dude. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't win.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
Yeah, so it's not like it ain't us. Like when you saying people need to pump the brakes, yada yada. That's coming out of what we hearing. You feel me? Like from the coaching staff, that's on them. So it's kind of hard to like see what they seeing, like as far as what their mindset is. Like, yeah, we may feel that way. I think the most of us felt that way. We was like, why would you push out a pair of your veteran? Why wouldn't you make, you know what I'm saying, whatever? But look,
Right.
that's what they got their eyes set on. I don't. Hey, I'm with you, but I
Right.
get it from a standpoint of having, a veteran with some size. I can get it, but that's what they want to do.
Yeah, I hear that. I mean, that's why coaches be with that coach talking a lot of times. But I mean, when on that one, I'm like, dude, you got 6 back. Like, damn, don't you talk about development? Like, okay, so you already hitting the panic button that you want to go out and get a veteran and shit. Like, damn, come on now, what we doing?
Bro, you preach to the choir, because we had these same conversations. But at this point, we see, at least from what they say, we see what they moving with. So we just going off what they doing. But we all been saying the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody's concerned with the young guys not knowing how to block, or maybe getting Cam Moore helmet knocked off.
Yeah,
I am, of course. But like you say, I think Lofton getting back there helps alleviate some of that because, even if he's late on picking up a blitz, he got the body size and the athleticism to kind of, get back to it. But yeah, that is a concern, not having a veteran running back there. That's why I was saying, like, it was confusing with the whole between Parrish and Chaney. You'd have thought we would end up keeping, one of them going into the season or what have you. So I can see the coach's point from there, like, okay, we don't have either one of them. We got to get somebody that can block because our most veteran back is Allen. He don't block. So you know what I'm saying? And you don't want to get Lofton in that role to where he has to stay in and block all the time. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm gonna tell you that the more concern about that there is that you paying somebody $1 million, $1 million a season, and the main guy is having issues with blocking, and that's your center. That dude there, man, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I seen him out there a few times, and I'm like, this what we want. This is what Miami got. That something ain't clicking with. I mean, maybe he's starting to click now, but the last few times that I seen that dude, I'm like, I mean, I'm like, can we get Antonio Tripp to get ready or move somebody else on at that center? Because dude, I'm not sold on this young boy.
So let me ask you a question. Have you seen him? Have you been to any of the Saturday scrimmages?
I went to one of them.
You went to one. He still look bad there.
I
don't know.
I say this. He don't look bad,
Okay.
but he ain't Matt Lee.
Okay, well that's a different story. Like we talked about that before. Like, yeah, he ain't a Matt Lee, but as long as he can do his job, it's okay. The only reason I asked you with that Saturday question, I wasn't trying to question what you saw. I was just gonna give him the little alley-oop and say, well, maybe he does better outside of one-on-ones and all that kind of stuff. Like maybe when he get in the trenches and he got help on the left and help on the right, maybe he looked better. That's why I was asking that question.
But that right there, what you saying, when he does have some help, he does look a lot better. But damn it, man, sometimes you're gonna have to have that one-on-one, and if you got one of them young bulls that's coming, he might be in a little bit of trouble. That's why I guess it makes sense with the notion of going to get an experienced back to help his ass out. Because boy, but I also think at the same time is probably him still getting acclimated to the scheme. So I might give him that leeway. That probably I don't know what he did today because I didn't see it. I got to call one of my boys who was there. But from what I've seen, it's like, yeah, they need to scheme around him and give him some help.
Yeah, I know he won't be. I know he won't be pulling like Matt Lee was. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna miss that. I know he won't be doing that. I think they told us that before he got over here. He wasn't that type of type of center. But as far as I was gonna say, just as far as he went though, they said the O line looked pretty good though. They were saying we got some undersized players on the second and third team, but other than that, like it look like we're gonna be like last year, have a good, starting five. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta pray we get that same kind of help this year. You know what I'm saying?
We got a good 8, because I mean, if you looking at the projection of that line from left to right, you're gonna have Rivers, and it's gonna be a hell of a battle between McCoy and Okunlola at that left guard. They battle in center. We already know that. You got McCoy. I mean, then you got Coop and Malgo at the right. But that left tackle, I mean, that left guard gonna be something serious. And then you got that Markel Bell, who's 6'9". That dude there, he coming now. I ain't gonna lie, he coming. That dude there is shit.
Who's the backup center?
Oh shit.
Ooh. Well, I'm gonna say it like this.
You better slide.
Go ahead.
You better slide on Rivers over there. If you need to, you better slide Rivers and have McCoy and Okunlola. One of them gonna have to just tough it out. Shit.
Yeah, I think the versatility and the depth is kind of there because the guys are, versatile enough, but it just won't be a strong point. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like you're saying, Rivers can slide the center. Then we just I know McCoy can play tackle. I know Sampson can play tackle. At what level, I'm not sure.
What happened to Rodriguez?
You know what I'm saying?
Rodriguez.
I was going to mention Rodriguez, but go ahead, bro.
Rodriguez is your primary. He there like your primary backup, and then you got Nino Francavilla, who's gonna be your future. That dude is nice. That freshman who was supposed to go to Harvard. He's smart as shit. So that lets you know his IQ there, and he can play. He got some nice size, but I mean, if you had to roll out the backup, it's more than likely going to be Rodriguez, and he's serviceable. He's serviceable. But what Miami really want is that dude, and to say he's that dude, is to be desired.
Yeah, we'll have to make up for it somewhere. But don't let that what he's saying is on some real shit. But don't let that deter you. Remember, the line works as a unit.
Yeah.
So, the line works as a unit. As long as they're working well in unison, man, we'll be fine. We'll be all right there, bro. I'm not.
Nah, ain't no need to panic like that just yet. But that's just what the reality of it is right now. I mean, we ain't gonna have like that beast of an old line like people think traditional Bama and Michigan and shit like that. We got the young bulls in the building. They just need to grow up. That's about it. Once they grow up, it's gonna be a problem.
Speaking of O-line, I read an article. I don't know if it was real or not. That Cohen was in a mental facility. That's true?
Oh shit! I ain't heard that one.
What's that now? Run that back.
It said Cohen was in a mental facility for like a month.
Oh shit!
You mean why he was
here?
here?
I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it was real, but I did read it. That was today.
You saying why he was here? What are you talking about now?
No. After the season, I guess around draft time. Around
shit.
I didn't hear that.
Because they was because we saw him in the practices, in the bowl game practices.
Yeah, I saw him at
the Senior Bowl.
We saw him at what's the name? He was at Remember I said I saw him standing next to Pancake at Pro Day.
Well, it could have been fake. Nobody. I only asked to see if anybody else heard. If ain't nobody else heard it, it might have been a fake article.
Okay,
but I know what the hell I read.
Tell me this. Where did you see it at?
I don't know. I'm actually Googling now, trying to see where I saw it. I don't remember.
The other day, I saw something fake pop up saying Sam Brooks was in an accident coming back from, but it wasn't real. That was on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So it could be, you know what I'm saying? It could be like some fake promotion, clickbait stuff.
Yeah.
But then, that was good that you had. I mean, AJ, he brought up Cole McConaughey. That dude there from Bama, man.
Okay, I still don't know who this is. What year he in?
He
McConaughey, freshman. Just got here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, here I go. I see it right here, bro. I see it.
The Cohen thing?
Lyman spent the Palm Beach Post. Lyman spent a month in mental health rehab
That's what I saw.
Will NFL scouts penalize him for it?
Whoa.
If it's a lineman trying to toss him out of the way, Javion Coleman will deal with them in due time. A corner offensive lineman will be drafted in the NFL. For first corner has a different form of resistance to deal with.
Well, whatever issue.
Oh man,
So whatever he got going on, hopefully he get it together.
I came in a little late, Street. Who's starting at? Who's the starting cornerbacks in spring?
Porter, Brown.
Okay, Porter.
Josiah Richards.
But not Stafford. Not Stafford.
Okay.
Stafford running with the team with Miles Young a lot.
Okay, so here we go. Here we go about Cohen. In some ways, Cohen is like them. In one important way, he's not. He knows you can't help your team until you help yourself. So when pressures of trying to make it in this sport threatened to overtake him, at the urging Nick Saban, his coach at the time. So this is when he was in Alabama. Cohen checked himself into a mental rehab for a month. I haven't had a bad day since. So this is when he was at Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's behind him then.
No, I think the stress.
Good,
I mean, dog, it is stressful for them kids, bro. Oh man, them kids be stressing, man, because the coaches be acting like weirdos, and the kids don't be knowing how to take it.
I told a friend of mine. She's her son plays with Georgia, and I said, man, I don't think these kids get enough credit for what they do, being able to balance school and practice, and dealing with adult situations when you're just becoming an adult coach. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they get enough credit for being able to get through there for 3 years or 4 years or whatever and come out on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Clean.
And it's like like with Angela Reese, you can see it. You saw how happy she was last year, and you see the difference this year. And you see all her teammates running to her defense and shit, because they know that shit heavy. They know that girl's a superstar, and it's a lot of shit. They have to balance, and that shit ain't for everybody. A lot of these dudes flame out for that reason alone.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, a little off topic. Well, not really off topic. $1 million worth of games sat down with Cardi B, and you could tell that Cardi B, that all the noise got to her being canceled and stuff, to the point where she said she don't want to do nothing, post to do nothing. She and I was surprised to hear that, because she's somebody that was so comfortable in her skin. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like the same thing, man. These kids be going through a lot, bro, and they still in like the emotional stage.
Yeah.
But with Cardi B though, a lot of her shit be self-induced though.
I don't know. I can't say that, man. I don't know. I can't say that. Why you feel that it be self-induced? I don't think nobody don't deserve to just be judged all day long, every day, by weirdos in the comment section just saying shit.
You're right though, but when you do say shit, sometimes some of the shit you say be like eye raising, and it's just what society is. People just gonna talk shit, and if you just can't handle it, that's the reality of it.
I mean, these kids, I'm sure they have classes and stuff. Like Angel Reese, like you could tell she's kind of raw, because she always talks about her feelings and how she feels, and she expresses herself. And she got to realize these people don't care.
Right.
Yeah, they don't care. They look at you as no different than the video game goddamn Angel Reese. They look at you just like that. They don't look at you as a real person, and they think you're rich. Oh, that makes it worse.
Yeah, I think that was Shannon Sharp made this point, and Kwame Brown expounded on it, he might have made a original point. He was saying like the reason people feel like they can, throw stuff at Russell Westbrook, you know what I'm saying, and talk trash and say whatever they want out of their mouth. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you go on TV and you talked about them like they're not people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like everything they do, they're connected to how many shots they made last night, how many they missed, which is fine. But there's a way to critique people and still leave them be human. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that's why people, like you say, people look at them like that's Angel Reese on a video game, and that's not a person standing in front of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're supposed to be. I've heard this. I think everybody's probably heard this a million times. When you defend, say, a Russell Westbrook going into the stands, right? You'll have somebody come out. Oh, they make millions of dollars. If I made millions of dollars, you could say whatever you want to me. No, the fuck you couldn't. No, you can't, because ain't none of us robots, man.
You say that, you start making it. It's like at any job. When you get a raise, you be cool with that raise, but after a while, that shit get old, and you want a little more money. Same with the millionaire. That shit get old. They want that's not a reason or excuse to think you can do people any kind of motherfucking way.
And it's only broke people that think money is the answer to everything. Oh, he make $1 million. You could talk about him, or he make $1 million. Nobody don't care about it. Oh, he make $1 million. Nobody don't care he broke his arm. He gonna get a new. They think money fixes everything. And it don't. Money allows you to buy more toys. Remember when you was a kid, you used to be crying for them toys at Toys R Us, and you get the damn toy, and you get home, and you play with it for how long?
That shit get old real quick.
That's what having money is. That's what having money is. If you don't believe me, then all right. But that's what having money is. You got a bunch of big toys. You may get a few more girls, or you may get a few new looks at you, but it gets old. It gives you freedom, but it does. It gets old. It gets old. It doesn't. Yeah, people make. Oh man, he making me. He making all that money, man. He could. It fix everything. He don't care. He got cut today, man. He made all that money. It don't matter. Man, people still got feelings, man. Money don't take away everything, man.
Biggie said it best. Biggie said it best. More money, more problems.
I think Puffy said that.
Oh shit. He got them too.
he told the truth though. Got
them too.
Mm-hmm. But so Angel had a year of eligibility left.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I think I would have kept that.
Why?
Let's talk about it. Well, because she's gonna make. Remember, we talked. Listen, we talked about this when we talked about the Caitlin Clark thing. Right now, this is the hottest that she's gonna be in her career as a basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
Right now is the time. This is probably one of the most. This might be the most exciting time women's college basketball has ever been in. And people get excited when it comes around and get it twisted. This has been a different level this year and probably last year. Right now, like she say, I make way more money now than in the WNBA. I think your star is going to diminish once you get to the WNBA. Yes, there's different avenues that she can make money in, right? But your main source of popularity, unless you start doing OnlyFans, is gonna be that game of basketball. So once she gets there, unless she finds a whole new career choice or something, I think her being attached to basketball is gonna diminish her brand in the WNBA. So I think she should take this ride one more time and just milk the shit. That's just me personally.
I think okay, so I'm gonna push back on that a little bit. I think what she figured out, because remember last year she sat down and she said, I ain't in no rush to leave college basketball.
Right.
And she was making $700,000. Now this year I think she made $2 million, $3 million. And she left. Because I think what she realized was, and her team probably realized, the people around her probably realized, was that, hey, it's more money outside of college basketball for you because you have 2 million followers. See, I think Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and Flage may be the 3 most famous women basketball players we ever seen. And I know you guys are thinking about Maya Moore and Lisa Leslie and all, and they were famous, and Rebecca Lobo, they were famous. But I think what Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and Flage, what they have on their side, and Juju, is social media. So their following is not just in our head. Their fame isn't just in our head. And then they go to the WNBA and long as we don't see them anymore. Their fame, their following is real. It's on social media. They have their own reality TV show, and it's their following is attached to them. They are distribution, and the value in that for companies is for companies or TV studios or people who want to do things with them. The value in that is, and I think she realized that. Oh, listen, I can go do XYZ and play in the WNBA, and because I have so many followers, my value. What's up?
Are you underestimating like the power of the schools, like the images, like LSU, for example? Like that's a brand that she was able to like. Yeah, she got the social media, but she still got LSU attached to her name. So like that in itself built her up too with fan bases.
And being next to Livy Dunn built her up, and being next to Flage built her up too. But she got it now.
She got it.
But you don't think what Kyle's saying might diminish though when she leaves?
Why? Okay,
you got to remember NCAA women's basketball in college is more popular than WNBA.
I think it's handcuffing her, and we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out now.
We're gonna find out. That's
I think it's handcuffing because why is Kim Kardashian famous?
In what way? In what way?
Hold on. Let him finish.
Why is Kim Kardashian famous?
Oh man, that's a lot of
her mom and Ray J.
No, okay, no. We've seen plenty of people do sex tapes that didn't become famous.
And OJ and her dad. And,
okay, but listen what I'm saying. That's 10 years ago. Why is she famous today?
Don't know.
Well, social media.
Oh, there you go. Because the person now with a bunch of followers is the brand now. They are distribution. Kraft macaroni and cheese needs to go through Kim Kardashian to get their point across. The jewelers need to go through Beyonce to get their product out there because they are the brand. They are distribution. You get what I'm saying? So what she is distribution. So she's so valuable to these companies, they're all going to want to be a part of her. And she's going to tell them. She's going to have to tell them no. Go ahead, Kyle.
I just think that popularity drops. Like you saying, what's keeping Kim Kardashian, and not necessarily like social media is definitely helping her, pumping her, but the fact that Kim got into reality shows.
There you go.
And the fact that she was already rich. And so they're in a lot of places that people wanted to be. So with Kim Kardashian, what made her family grow is people always wanting to be in rich people's shoes. So she gets to show off what she does and she's not obnoxious about it, right? Mm-hmm. So she's got the family drama that she shows off. You know what I'm saying? And then she's got they're always into fashion and all that kind of stuff. And she's got the money for it. But she's also been carefully crafted. Let me go have sex with this NBA player, with this guy, with that guy, whatever. They've carefully crafted that. Like their mom has talked about that shit.
Okay.
So they've attached themselves to famous people as well.
Why is Castanet, Aiden Ross, these guys? I don't know if y'all know who they are, but why are they famous?
Well, they're big time streamers.
Oh, there you go. Y'all gonna keep walking right into what I'm saying. Kim Kardashian went into reality. Kim Kardashian went into reality TV shows, right? Castanet is a streamer, and it all goes back to distribution. They can distribute content. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, Street, but you still need a brand. This is what I was telling my homeboys about the WNBA, NBA. And it's gonna probably sound crazy to y'all, but the mistake I think they've made, they didn't do like college basketball, where you have, of course, UConn women and UConn men. You could have done like the LA Lakers women team. You should have never changed the names of these teams. Like people know the name. Like so, imagine you have the Boston Celtics women's team play the LA Lakers women's team. There's going to be way more, just off of the name alone, their league would have grown. It would have grown tremendously.
They didn't do that for a reason. I'm sure they sat in a room and they thought about it.
What was the reason?
I don't know, but I'm sure they thought about that. I sat in a room and thought about that. I forgot what I was going to say. You made me forget what I was going to say.
My bad.
I don't think Angel Reese, like, who's a bigger star, Angel Reese or Cassinet? Like Angel Reese brand is huge, bro. Like it came through sports, right? But she is her brand is huge. And y'all are gonna watch it play out fast because the fact that she walked away from $3 million, $4 million in college, that should tell you something. Ice Cube just offered Caitlin Clark $5 million. Lil Durk came back and offered her $10 million. Why?
Durk gave offered $10 million to do what?
To be a part of his 3-on-3. His I guess he owns one of those teams, one of them Big Three teams. He offered her $10 million.
Oh, they don't have a draft? Oh, they don't have a draft, right? They just
I don't think they have a draft. But why?
Okay.
The question is why. See, there's your answer right there. Why are they offering her that much money?
Well, they think they can get it back in publicity, but we'll see.
Not because she finna come out there and want nobody. She ain't goddamn what the white boy name was that was dribbling on everybody and one mixtape.
Oh, the
professor. She ain't finna do that.
Right.
Yeah, because of her brand, because of who she is, her following, because what she's going to bring with her.
But I don't think that's gonna last. That's my point is, I don't think it's gonna last. I think they're gonna get a year out of it, and then that shit gonna die because.
If she don't dominate, it's gonna live.
I think it's gonna die, even if she goes to the WNBA and dominate. I just don't think they're for whatever reason. Like they'll tell you different reasons. I just don't think. I do think I hear everything you're saying. Right. I just personally think that they're gonna be attached to basketball regardless. That's what I personally think. I think without basketball, I don't think the interest is gonna be there. And if they're attaching them, if they end up attaching themselves to the WNBA, I think that shit is gonna hurt them. Attaching themselves to the Big Three, I'm not sure. If she can go in there and she can be a part of it and actually be somewhat successful, she ain't gotta dominate. But if you can say, damn, she'll start on the Big Three and she's playing well, I think that would do a lot. I think that's a gamble by Q, but I think that would do a lot.
Why?
I think she's gonna always be attached to basketball.
Okay,
so further prove what Kyle's saying.
Why is Chad Ochocinco more famous than Jerry Rice right now?
Because Chad does a lot of shit. Chad does a lot of shit though. A lot of shit. Jerry Rice just kind of took his ball, went home.
We talking about arguably the greatest wide receiver ever. Right?
Right.
I think he got 200,000 followers on social media. So why is Chad Johnson still relevant, bro?
So the same thing works for Tebow.
He keeps himself relevant. He keeps himself relevant.
I know what Street going. Street going with the whole social media stuff. He's got social media and Jerry didn't. Mm-hmm. But I also think it's personalities too. Chad involved because remember Chad was quiet for a long time. We didn't know what he was doing because of what happened with him in the NFL and then that
the girl
with the girl, right? Right, but all this time Chad been doing what? Playing video games, making himself big in that world.
Soccer.
Doing all his doing soccer. He boxed, you know what I'm saying? And now he's back on doing, shows and all that kind of stuff. So he lent himself out to a lot of things, and he really kind of had to catapult himself after the NFL to make his brand what it is today.
And he's still doing it. Now he's around with the battle rap shit.
Oh, wow. Street, what you suggested, Street, you would think Tim Tebow would be God by now if that was the case.
He was God at one point in time. He was Jesus himself. But what Tim Tebow is not, he's not Angel Reese. He's boring. So he's boring, and he's probably choosing to go on pilgrimages instead of going on Love and Hip Hop.
What about Johnny Manziel? That's another one. Polarizing.
Johnny Manziel right now. You see Johnny Manziel can crank it up at any time he wants to. Yes or no?
Yeah, he's gonna cause controversy.
And anytime he wants to, he can crank it up. Netflix show, he can do whatever. We was trying to get him. I sat with him at the gala. Yeah, I sat with him at the gala. He was at our table at the gala. I could put that video up here too. But
his story is selling like right now. He's done
right. He can crank it up at any time.
Crazy viral, yeah.
See, but these people get in their own way.
Everybody wants to hear what happened with Johnny Manziel. They want to hear that crazy stories. They want to know how it happened.
Right.
I don't know. You got to show me how Caitlin's gonna stand out without basketball. I don't know. Like you said, we gonna see.
I don't
We gonna
think
see
she
it all happen
can.
in real time. I don't need that, but we gonna see it in real time.
No, Kyle, you
Unless she does
We gonna
something
see.
well and something else, like Kyle said. Like
Caitlin-
unless she does like something extremely well.
Caitlin may go away like Tim Tebow, right? But if she have a team around her, right?
Right.
Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. Those girls that play for Miami, what's the two twins' name?
The Cavalier twins.
Cavalier twins.
Having the twins.
Mhm.
Do they
Yeah.
have a person that they don't have personalities? Like they don't. Okay, I'm not gonna say they don't have personalities, but they're not. They're not. I've met them.
They're not polarizing.
They're not. They don't.
Well,
And in person, they don't look the way they look when they're dressed up. Like I met them. So, but they are huge. They are partnered with brands. They're making money hand over foot because they have a team around them that just keep getting them in different positions to make money because of their following.
But you know why, Street? You know why though? Like I haven't heard them since they stopped playing basketball, right? I'm sure they had to do anything, but
they still play. One of them still play for TCU.
Oh, okay. Well, two lily white girls, two pretty twins, like Street. You know what's going on there with that. You know what I'm saying?
Caitlin Clark is
Like
Caitlin Clark should be should be fine.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the next subject then. That ain't it.
Yo, Caitlin Clark is Larry Bird right now. Street. What you talking about?
You know, we ain't hitting this badge nobody, so let's move on. Listen. But these are the type of conversations that people have to have. What Streeter was saying, right? Let's just say, like he's saying, I'm sure Andrew Reese's mind is not strictly on basketball, even though it needs to be heavily on basketball, right? So I'm sure she sat down with a team, with her people, and her decision wasn't, I'm going to the WNBA because it's just time for me to go to the WNBA. Like he said, no, she sees there's an opportunity to go out and, build her brand bigger, make some, whatever it is. Yeah. Like he said, she's walking away from $3 million in endorsements.
She's walking away from it.
And, walking away from it.
Fast. She decided fast too, Cal. She decided the day after it's over. The video was already made.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so, give me a minute, Cal. Hold it down, Cal. Give me a minute, okay?
I got you. But yeah, these things that these kids have to juggle and stuff. So sometimes, like he said, it's portal season, right? And financial decisions are going to have to be made. Like it's a different day and time, right? Everything ain't just football related. So people are going to be making, financial decisions, and it's gonna come down to our team as well. You're gonna see guys out of here that we damn sure don't want to see go, but it might be best for them. We're gonna see guys that we don't want to see go, but the program may think it's best. You know what I'm saying? Over there, we might have some guys coming in. X say he sees about 12, maybe a little bit more. Guys having to leave because we got to get under the roster anyway, which is 7 people short. And then plus that, Mario may add a running back or add another couple of positions or whatever. So we're gonna see a lot of that moving around. The same way it's time the girl felt it was time for her to go. A lot of these kids finna feel it's time for them to go. So this spring game is gonna mean a lot to a lot of people. I don't know if we got any boosters in here that's going to the game. We got no boosters in here. Now y'all ain't got no booster money. Okay, everybody here broke like me, so none of us ain't going to the game. But this finna mean a lot, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of people. There's a lot of jobs out there, like you were saying today. Somebody got to get that left guard spot.
Yeah, I'll be out to the game, but I ain't no booster.
Okay, you'll be you'll be there. But somebody got somebody. It's gonna be some battles, man. Like he said, somebody got to get that guard spot. Mm-hmm. And that linebacker spot, but the linebacker spots, man, I think that's probably going to be where the biggest battle is, because you're not talking about 1 or 2 guys. You're talking about 4 or 5.
The linebacker spot, I can tell you right now, is already solidified. I can tell you who the 1s and 2s are right now. It's the 3s and 4s, which is going to be the interesting part. And the thing is that, there's 2 different lineups that they running with as far as the linebackers, because you got, when they go into that traditional, Miami basically runs the base 4-2-5 right now. But then if they gotta run a stand, that's when it gets real tricky with who you gonna slide in to that Sam. And it's a couple of people that's pretty much auditioning for that job. But I mean, right now the way it's already locked up, you're gonna have Malgo and West. Behind them is Popo and Chase. That's who you want. That's who you choose is right now. Now behind that, that's when things get real interesting.
It does. I don't. So this is what I was. This is what I'm gonna say. We got Popo and Chase behind those two, but I don't know if we can necessarily leave out Pulliam in that because I think Pulliam has had a pick. Pulliam shit like he get a goddamn pick every damn week.
Talking about Pulliam,
yeah.
Pulliam playing behind Popo at the mic. He the third mic.
Okay.
But
So
Popo ain't moving, dog.
Oh no, listen, Popo was my favorite recruit coming in last year. Like hands down. Hands down. I said that thing. He plays linebacker like a strong safety, bro. Hands down, that was my favorite recruit coming in. I said I cannot wait to see him get active.
Yeah, he's a caller. He been, like I said, as see the reason why I say that he gonna be that dude because this whole spring since Malgo has been out, it's been Popo playing the mic, and he's been the starter at mic the whole time. So he gonna be the first dude off the bench he gonna be the first dude off the bench if Popo or I mean if Malgo or Wesley got to go sit down for some time. He gonna be that first dude coming in, period. Because he's cross training at both, so he gonna be the first dude. And then behind that would be Chase, would be the number 4th guy if anything happens.
Listen, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with having that depth. You know what I'm saying? That's one of those positions where you just have to make sure keep check the temperature on your guys because there's no reason we should lose any one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, we're maybe playing 2 linebackers at a time, but there's times we go 3. My point is there's rotational time for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this is Kiko's last year anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's a group we have to try to keep together. There's no reason for us to lose any one of those linebackers.
The only way you might lose, the only way that would see the tricky part about that what you saying is how often they start going into the 3 linebacker set, like a true 3 linebacker when you got to bring a real Sam in. And that's going to be predicated on a couple of dudes not seeing the field as often as they want to see it because they not going to be running it often, and that's what things get real tricky at that Sam, the traditional Sam, because the guys that they got working at the Sam is you got Bobby Pruitt at the Sam, then you also have Caleb Spencer sliding over to the Sam as well, and you got Bobby Washington at the Sam. But at any given chance, if they running with the main 2, why not? Because I know these dudes got the range to play it. Popo could play that, and so can Chase could play that as well because they got the range if they got to cover somebody out the backfield or the tight ends because they got the size. So that's pushing those other 3 guys further back too, which that could be a problem.
The reason I say we shouldn't lose them outside of Chase, there's no reason for anybody here to get itchy because these guys are all young. So it ain't like they can look up at the clock and say, "Man, I'm running out of time." You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas is real young. And now that don't mean that's gonna happen because they got their own brain, they got their own mind, and we know how it goes. Man, coaches tried me. Woo, 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 you get it? You feel me? But I just hope, I hope D Nick just keep their temperature. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no reason that everybody can't. Yeah, go ahead.
But like I was saying, that shit's gonna be predicated too. Again, how much they play the 3 linebackers unit like that. Because like I said, if they're not playing 3 linebackers on the regular, them dudes gonna be sitting on the bench a lot because they only running the 4-2-5. It's gonna be very rare that we see them roll out that 3. And then when they do that, like I said, the first 3 that I mentioned that they got at that position, them other 2, like I said, you got Chase and Popo that could easily slide over them, and that could push them dudes back. And then you know how young dudes is nowadays, man. Like you said, man, they try and this and that. That I could see that happening, the fan in me would be like, man, I hope that don't happen. But the reality is that, it's gonna be predicated on that base defense of how they move these guys around. Because it's only so much you gonna want to play special teams, but then they gonna mess around and be looking like Avery Huff and be like, man, I'm out.
Yeah, but that was a sad case. That was my guy right there. We ain't gonna get into that. But anyway, um, I think I do say this though. I do think this. I do think in our second year we may be able to see more flexibility from Gidry, meaning we may see different lineups more often. Like I don't know if y'all remember last spring when we were seeing Cyrus Moss and guys just line up all over the place and different looks. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking in his second year, maybe we won't stay in the base as much. I ain't got no problem with it. We stay in the base as long as this shit working. But I think this may allow him to get a little bit more exotic. Like y'all see, they putting Bobby in from time to time. You know what I'm saying? This may allow him to do some more, some more good shit.
Yeah, Brian over there. Brian Brian is strictly in now, so he gonna get some, a lot of burn there as well. So that's a good thing for Malik Bryant. But yeah, I've seen it though. He has gotten a little bit more exotic that I've seen in practice. I mean, I'm looking at certain things like, oh, okay, that's what y'all doing now. I mean, we didn't see often when you saw both linebackers blitzing and then you got to jump into cover zero. Like they've done that a few times, and I was like, oh shit, okay.
The only thing I don't want to see. I'm not trying to see the ends covering out the backfield too much. I didn't like that shit last year. I don't want to see that shit this year. Maybe from time to time, maybe sparingly. I don't. That shit was getting me annoyed. Seeing Najee leaking into the flat, bro. That was getting so annoying to me.
If it's Robbie, I'm good with it though. Or
But see,
maybe Malik.
But see, the thing is, you got the guy that's gonna drop back, and see, this is why I laugh at a lot of people who don't realize that, a lot of people already talking, that Ruben Bain and Mesidor are both gonna start at the end, and I'm like, no, neither both of them they cannot, not in this defense because neither one of them two is a jack linebacker, a jack defensive end that drop back and cover. So that right there is gonna kill all that noise with people thinking that. That's why you got Alton that's gonna be able to be the one that drop back, and so is Marquise Lightfoot. Them dudes, they the jack, so they could drop back. So a lot of people gonna be upset when they see when you see Bain and Mesidor not starting together, especially at the edge. That ain't happening.
Well, I think what's gonna happen is Mesidor gonna go inside like he was supposed to do last year.
Well,
So
yeah,
he's gonna be like the pass rush DT next to the big boy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. When you go into the NASCAR package on third down, yeah, that they could do that. But you talk about on a traditional lineup, no, that ain't gonna happen.
That's what it was supposed to be last year. So that's what I'm saying. I think they're gonna go back to that this year. Mesidor, because he kind of had a problem with it, but he was going inside to that D tackle spot last year to play next to the other big boy. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they're gonna do that again. So we'll see how it works out.
I agree with what you're saying, but what I'm saying that people thinking that off the rip that Bain and Mesidor gonna start at the edge together, and that's what I'm saying. They
I got you.
And they don't play. They play. I mean, on the third down NASCAR package, yes, that's definitely what's gonna happen because you're gonna need that pattern. But to start the game, them two ain't gonna start together at the end. That's why you went and got Austin, and that's why they really trying to go and get what's my man
the one that
Romello.
visit.
Yeah, Romello.
Yeah, the one that visit.
Yeah, Romello Height, who they're not. That's why they trying to go get him. People got they feelings all over the place because how he did, and I'm like, yo, man, that was the old staff, and the man fits that.
I don't think people are bothered by that. They're more bothered by his production. Like it's kind of like, he's okay.
Yes, he is. But that's why ain't none of us the coaches and see that shit, and that's why if JT want him, I'm riding with JT say. That's all. JT say, hey, this is the guy that we need, or he'll be good at this position, and that's what we got. Hey, I'm riding with JT.
I got no problem with that. Like I don't necessarily have a problem with the use of the jack. I guess maybe it was more who was doing the jack. Because Najee is a pass rusher. And watching this motherfucker flank out there and cover that shit was annoying. Annoying. He needs to be going to the quarterback, bro. That's it. Do that with Jafari Harvey, who, he was what he was, but don't do that with Najee, man. Let Najee go get the quarterback. Hopefully he's here to do that.
Well, I tell you what, he gonna have to do that shit when he get to the league.
Now I don't know about that. Not as much as we was doing it. It was too much. In the early part of the season, I'm watching us like running out into the flat with. I'm like, nah, man, that's not. We don't need to do that, bro. I think we was good enough to be in our base and let our four guys rush. Let our four guys control what was going on in the front. That's just my opinion personally.
Right, and your opinion is 100% valid. 100% valid. I rock with that. Ain't no pushback on that.
Now, we'll see, but I trust Gidry. If Gidry start doing it, hey, I can't force that Gidry. I can't. Hey, look, we were getting our head beat in by who was it, Louisville? I said, look, man, Gidry don't have one. He had one bad game this year. I can't get mad at Gidry, and I can't even call it a bad game. Guys was hurt. I think LT wasn't playing. Somebody finally got the best of us all year. Nobody got the best of us. Even North Carolina, what they did to us was because of our depth. We weren't built. We didn't have two big stout D tackles in the middle, and they took advantage of it. Got up there and whoop. They didn't whoop Gidry. They just took advantage of what we had. And so he said, "Okay, next game I come back. Now I got 3 down linemen. Let's see how this work out. It's gonna run on us after that." So I'm rocking with whatever Gidry doing. I'm rocking with it.
He's a hell of a mastermind. That they said, "Hey man, look, we're gonna have to lock your ass up for another 3 years, bro. We can't let your ass." That shit was a scary move, and I mean, it was a smart move doing that. Very smart move.
I think so too. I know.
Go ahead, bro. I'll cook later.
Oh no, I'm just gonna say, man. I know people nipping at the heels. People was nipping at the heels for a couple of our coaches. That's why y'all see what we did with Deep Nick too. You know what I'm saying? That was.
Because if you
go ahead.
I'll tell you, bro. If you out there, you pretty much see what the future gonna look like if anything ever happened to Gidry. Because I mean, the way Deep Nick out there coaching, and I tell you this, if you ever out there watching him, you would think that Jason is the damn D coordinator, the way he be out there. I was like, wait, who the D coordinator is? I'm looking like, damn, JT look like he the D coordinator, the way he be have them dudes, and he be vocal and all get out. I'd be like, damn, okay, I see what they doing.
But this is what you want. This is what you want as far as when it comes to OCs, DCs, and head coaches, especially, and I think especially when it comes to our head coach, right? But this was definitely a Manny thing, in my opinion, too. You want guys to step up and do what they do. Like Jason Taylor ain't got to be like, I know what you're saying, but you see how Gidry is comfortable in himself as a man to let Jason Taylor just do what he do. You feel me? Like, I ain't got to be the one doing all the dictating. If this guy is good at it, let him rock. If this guy wants it, let him rock. You know what I'm saying? You got to have coaches that are comfortable enough in their own skin to be able to let guys, do what they do and not be afraid of, a bigger dick coming into the room. You know what I'm saying? We all here to get the job done. And I think that's the thing that went on with Manny for that. Yeah, I personally feel that he was bad with that.
Yeah, I mean, he was one of those dudes that I'm the loudest man in the room because it's my show, and if you don't like it, you could go ahead and clear it. And Mario ain't like that. And like I said, Gidry, he's just like, I'm gonna be the one that orchestrate the shit. Now, whoever want to be the mouthpiece, and the good thing that Jason Taylor is that dude, fuck it, rock, because them dudes gonna listen. And it's like I said, it's literally showing that you got somebody that can command the defense like that. Plus, he got the line like that. I mean, I be seeing Joe, Joe more quiet and as a tactician and with the D tackles. But I mean, when JT there, dog, you see JT talking mad shit and getting their asses together, and I'm like, okay, give me more reserve. Chevy Jackson, he just got there, so I ain't really see him too much making a lot of noise, but he do be having his corners. He be on them corners though. So I mean, it's a beautiful, nice gumbo that they cook it up there, and it's a beautiful thing that I've literally seen. Mario got out the way. He letting Dawson do Dawson. I'm like, okay, this kid that you finally say, okay, now you're going to with this guy that you got this rapport that you know what he likes, and they got this understanding that he's like, all right, you know what, Dawson, you got your quarterback. I'm gonna let you, and I'm gonna get it. And he's shown that. I'm like, shit, that's very big for somebody like Mario, who we know Mario to be. He just need to have somebody hopefully on his side that say, hey man, look, on game day, we got certain such shit. Just such as
Yeah, I think he need that. He's got to be able to have that same. And I'm not saying Dawson has done anything to earn that, right? But he's got to be able to have that same trust on offense that he has with Guidry on defense. Like I'm pretty sure he stays out of Guidry's way. You know what I'm saying? But of course, when you're not a defensive coach, so you're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? The same thing has to translate over to the offense. Now, I don't know how Dawson gains that trust. And who ordering fries? Whoever ordering fries, mute yourself. But I don't know how he's supposed to gain that trust. But that's what Mario's gonna complete himself. When he's able to have that guy that he can trust and he can just let him go and let him rock. He needs a guy that can turn to him and say, Mario, like you just said, you said it perfectly. Hey, bro, sit your ass down. I got this. That's what he needs. That's exactly what he needs. And if I'm Dawson, this is my last year. I only had a 2-year contract. So whatever happens, happens. I'm gonna put this shit in my life. So if I turn this dude and tell him, hey, bro, no. We not running the ball, bro. We're not finna run. No, bro. We tired of your shit. We're not finna run the ball. You sit your ass down. Let me do my job. Go talk to your lineman. I'm gonna talk to these receivers in these school. Now, what he got to do? He got to let his nuts hang out there. If they can't do nothing to him now, what you gonna do? Fire him? You still got to pay him. So you know what I'm saying? Let your nuts hang, Dawson.
And I think that's one of the main reasons, like I said, from what I've seen, that because it's, you know, they completed year one together. So I guess he sees what he could do. And now that he has, like I said, now you got this quarterback now. Thank you for the table that you want, and now you got him. So now I'm gonna let you do what you do. And I feel like he kind of been pretty much like more so this spring that I've seen. He's been more of a CEO that you can see him laid back, just letting these guys do what they do. So
we're gonna see.
That's Day.2187. Need to mute yourself.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I got it. I'll take care of it.
Now, you know what I'm saying? Now that he's going into year two, and like you said, that the dude know that he's on a 2-year contract. This is a year where you just let the man just do what he do. Like you said, what you gonna do? You gonna fire him? You're not gonna fire him on next season. But then who you gonna turn the offense over to? You're gonna be in a lot of trouble.
Right. I'm gonna move on to a topic we discussed in the group me. That's another reason that you join this, man. Not just for the discourse, but you get into the group me, man. And your notifications gonna be going off all night. So y'all join the group me. If you do, put your notifications on mute. I'm gonna tell you that just off top, right? I hope KC3 is in here. I think he was earlier, but so we was having a discussion. So I forgot who brought it up. I don't know if it was KC or somebody brought it up. We was talking about the quarterback position over the last 20 years, right? And this is where I stand on it. I know Lex is in here, and basically it was saying like, I guess kind of the reason they think we've been mid. Obviously, it's been a myriad of reasons, right? But they feel like we've been mid is because we haven't done well in the quarterback room. My pushback was I think we've done well in the quarterback room as far as acquiring talent, right? The first time you acquire talent, what you do, you're looking on paper, right? So we've brought in highly rated quarterbacks. I know KC's point is we haven't brought in the 6'5", 250, yada 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 yada. I personally don't think you need that in college. You know, we've seen all different types. You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal opinion, but I understand what he's saying. That pure blue-blooded, true-blooded, first round quarterback looking type of guy, right? But I felt that we brought in enough quarterbacks. I felt like we did our quarterbacks a lot of a disservice, right? Some of us has just been missing on evaluations, but the majority of our quarterbacks, I don't think have even had the same coordinator for their entire tenure that they were here. You know what I'm saying? No matter who it was, or whatever, besides probably Brock Berlin. I didn't like him, but we've had Brock Berlin, we've had Kyle Wright, two highly ranked guys, right? Ja'Cory Harris was highly ranked, not a 5-star, but highly ranked. Brad Kaya, our one-time Heisman hopeful. We had a room with TVD and J, 2 4-star quarterbacks. Well, and JB, 3 4-star quarterbacks. I just think we've done a disservice. We had De'Aaron King. I think we've just done more of a disservice to our quarterbacks. Not all of them, but some of them. Like if y'all have never seen the Ja'Cory Harris interview on Footballville, Caneville, y'all got to go check that one out. But he'll tell you like all the things that happened to him while he was here, what happened to him when he got to the NFL. Brad Kaya going from, good looking freshman to his sophomore year where they're talking Heisman and they're talking number 1 pick to not being able to even get drafted. You know what I'm saying? That was Kaya losing out on his head coach and his OC, bringing in another head coach that didn't want that style of quarterback. Ultimately taking the ball out of your best player's hands. So I think I just feel like we've done more of a disservice because I need somebody to name me the last quarterbacks coach we've had that wasn't, OC/quarterback coach, but just name your last like damn dedicated quarterback coach that we know have done something with somebody.
One second.
And along with that, like I say,
just 1 second. Ja'Cory, when he went to the NFL Combine, because he never made it to the NFL, did he?
Yeah, he made the training camp. He went to training camp.
Yeah, he was,
and that's what I mean. His training camp story. He was in
I didn't even know he made training camp. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so the only reason he didn't make the team was because that same offseason they had signed, who was it? One of them backup quarterbacks. It might have been Mike Manning. I don't know. It was one of them backup quarterbacks from Chicago, and they signed him like some stupid $3, $4, $5 million, and they told Ja'Cory like, bro, we want to keep you, but we got Donovan here, and we just paid this dude $4 million to come be our backup. And it really just came down to that type of politics for Ja'Cory.
It was Kafka. I'm thinking Kafka.
Kafka? God damn.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a blast from the past. I remember that name. So yeah, that's what happened with his thing. But he said he's like, man, I'm in there. He's like, I'm in there gunning. He's like, they loving everything about me. He's like, they'll tell you I was the best quarterback out there during his stint. But he said that that's exactly what they told him. Like, yeah, bro, we want to do, but we can't justify paying this backup all this money and then, whoop the whoop. So, and that came from what Streeter was alluding to. His OC was bad mouthing him in these interviews and stuff, make him sound like he's uncoachable. And he tells you the lie that he told. And he'll tell you the game that it was and what exactly happened and all that kind of stuff. And he was talking about how like, bro, I just never really said it in the open. I'm the quarterback. I just let it, whatever. So, just back to the overall conversation, I just feel like we let our quarterbacks down more than we haven't been able to bring in decent quarterbacks. I don't know how y'all feel about that. How y'all, but y'all can step up and say how y'all feel about that.
No, you spot on, man. Like you said, I don't, thinking back of history going back, a lot of these dudes, they have, the same OC for like more than 2 seasons and stuff like that. So, I mean, and then when you do, you're trying to make a guy fit a system that doesn't fit his skill set. So that's like an appetite for a recipe for destruction right there. I mean, that's just what it has been over the years. Can't get right.
Yeah, that's the way I feel, bro. Anybody else? Because his point is valid. Casey's point is very valid. It's just that I just felt like I don't think we needed Andrew Luck. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. We won with Ken Dorsey. Yeah, we could have. Oh, the point I was making was like, you look at Bama, and you can start from Jones and go back, and they was winning championships with a lot of quarterbacks that was ass, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of statues, kind of making the right play, not really doing too much or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like we didn't need that first round guy. We just mismanaged what we had.
Well, I mean, need and want is totally two different things. And the problem is that, a lot of people in the fan base looks at from when Miami was winning, you had that quarterback in college. Now I don't know what his game would with none of their games ever translated to the pro league, but in college, those guys were that guys. But that's what it is. When you look at the guys that won the championship, they were like the best quarterback in college football. But they ain't too much do nothing after they left, Miami. So I mean that whole
Right.
thing that everybody, the thing that every Miami fans are just so used to having the shiny toys all the time and winning, and they think that's the recipe for it. So from that point, I get that. But like you said, if you have the right scheme and you got the right perfect fit with a quarterback, he ain't got to be no 5-star. He could be a 4-star, and he just could ball out in that particular offense, and shit, it should have gone. I mean, that's just the reality of it.
I don't know that to be true though, because I'm trying to go back in my head. I think in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, you could get away with a guy, even early Alabama. They had some of the most trashy dudes that were quarterbacks. They just had all the weapons around them. But I think now you do need that alpha male in the room that just really galvanizes your offense and really can just think about Clemson. They went all the way because they had Goldilocks and they had my man that's in Cleveland,
Deshaun, Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson. Yep. And I think about Bama. They had Tua, who's in the league right now. And it's like the game has switched where you do need that quarterback that really can, in a sense, understand your offense and then, lead the troops. But
Mm-hmm.
You Sean?
He done went underwater.
I'll be in the portal, my boy.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, you good. Go ahead.
Okay, now I'm just saying I don't think our offense has had any identity. We just been recycling, OCs and doing whatever we want to do and things like that. But you do need a quarterback. You do need a good quarterback. And it's look at TVD right now. I mean, if the proof ain't in the pudding there, I don't know what is. They're saying that the sophomore is getting uh, reps with him, and you look at the difference that Cam Ward has made, and it's not just so much as his skill set, but just how he's galvanizing the entire offense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, hasn't Bama rotated like their OCs like yearly almost?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they have.
But see, the thing
They,
about Bama is that they might rotate OCs, but that offense that they still running is the same offense that was installed in when Lane Kiffin, that old USC offense. That offense has not changed. Whatever OC comes in, he might add his own little wrinkles to it, but the base of the offense is still the same. That's why they just keep moving. The OC just be like, all right, this is what we're doing. Let me add this piece. Let me add that little piece to it. But it's the same offense.
and a lot of that, what you're saying though too, is Nick Saban adjusted. He was power, run, power, run, power, run, power, run.
Mm-hmm.
But he starts seeing that, hold on, this is not working as much as it used to, and he started going more, power spread and things like that. And now you see what he's doing. So he did adjust.
Yeah.
And he won once he adjusted. That's why he brought in a Lane Kiffin. But I'm gonna tell you this though, and I think this goes back to some of the conversations that we always had when you have a head coach that understands it. And even as old as Nick Saban was, he adjusted. Whereas you're looking at Mario, he just wants to run. And I just don't think he's understanding that, you know, your offense has to look a little different than what you're looking at. Like, and on that sideline, sometimes when Lane Kiffin wanted to call some stuff, Nick Saban would look at him and be like, "No, you gonna run this tonight. This is what you running right here." And they was arguing like a mug, but as little as Nick Saban is, he was, and they still won a chip. So, and I think some of that has to do with Mario. And it's just having some sense of identity.
Yeah, I mean he's very stubborn, and you know the identity of what the offense, what he wants the offense to look like is what he is, a O line. You know, we're gonna highlight the line, and that's why I always say that's one of the problems you have with a head coach who is a offensive lineman. They gonna want to just pound the ball all day and all night. Every now and then you might get one of these innovative O line coach who becomes a head coach. Hopefully he was a former OC to be able to, you know that hey, we need to pass the ball because that's where you are in today's game. This ain't like, you know, you gonna get a, you know, one or two backs and you gonna pound them for like 40 like carries a game. That shit don't work no more, man. You're gonna kill your team. But hopefully this year Mario, you know, like I said, got out of his way and gonna let Dawson do what Dawson do.
How would y'all rate Mario's football IQ?
That's a hard question right there.
I
It ain't
mean,
what we could be.
like
Definitely.
on a scale of 1 to 10.
5.5.
On the scale.
Man, 5.5. I was saying about a 7.
On the
Oh,
scale.
I
the
feel
boy got
7.
some chips. He got some serious whips. About a 7.
I say 7. I say 7 too.
I say about a 7.
That's a
mean,
new one right there, boy.
I mean, he's got something. I mean, he's able to evaluate talent still, you know, across the board. I think he's able to identify talent across the board, like some
I
good
know we were talking about
3-stars.
I know we were talking about the whole spectrum.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at the whole spectrum. Like he's able to, you know, I think he understands the game, but I just think he a throwback.
I probably got to move mine up now that you talk about like that. I would say he about an 8.5 football IQ, 8.5, 9. But the coaching part, game day stuff, that probably bring him down to about like a 6, 7 in.
Yeah, he ain't. He's straight. You feel me? He ain't bad. He can be better, but ain't nobody perfect. But yeah, I give him 7.5, 8.
Saban's perfect. Saban is perfect.
Saban is a lot of DBs didn't pan out in the NFL under Saban.
That's true.
Y'all think? Oh, sorry.
They got that first round, but they got that first round bread though, didn't they? They got that first round, like
Yeah.
what was it? Hi Dixon, hi Cliff Dixon. I remember all the DBs.
It was high. It was D. Milliner.
Yeah, all them, but they got that first round money. That's all that matters. Don't mess up that $40 million. You straight.
He got a bit of dough, yeah.
Does anyone know on the top of their heads how many coaches have less experience than Mario at head coaching?
Shit, Rick Lashley, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's one. Or at the Power 5 level, I should say.
Oh man, you talking about covering them near 40 teams now? Shit.
Hey, that's right.
We gotta do some research
Deion
on that, bro.
Sanders.
You got people doing homework. I gotta do some homework.
Deion Primetime.
That's one, two. Okay, 2.
I mean,
No, it's a lot of coaches that are don't have a. Your old head coaches are getting out the game, man. They don't want to deal with all this NIL stuff.
Yeah, the young guns. It's part of the cover. I don't know all of them, but it's a lot of teams out there. I'm sure it's a handful of them.
and when you really think about it, this is Mario actually 10th year as a head coach. That's it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
He ain't been a head coach for a long time. He's just been around the game for a long. But as a head man, he did with like four at FIU.
So how many years you need before you consider season?
Yeah, he only got 10 years to be a head. He only been head coach 10 years now.
But if you comparing him to like Saban, that's just not fair. I mean, like obviously we know Saban's the GOAT, but I'm just saying like in terms of experience.
Okay, but I understand. But I'm saying if 10 years ain't long, how many years do he got to put in as a head coach before we say, okay, he been there long enough?
You think he learned everything he needs to know?
No, but that
that's
might not necessarily be his experience. That might be just him. He might be just slow.
I mean, he been put in positions before he needed to be. I would say that he got put in positions where like that FIU position, like how you just get that job. He didn't really did shit to deserve that, and then that Oregon, he got that shit by just being there.
But y'all still answering the question because it's not even necessarily towards Mario. If 10 years ain't it, and I'm not even saying whether it is or it ain't, but it sounds like y'all saying it's not. But how many years do you have to be coaching?
I'm just asking.
Huh?
My thing is that the B season, I mean, I can't really put a number. I mean, by now he should be like have the shit together as far as knowing like, okay, this is my strong suit. I need to fall out and let somebody else do shit. I mean, the jury's still out on him. This is what I would say as far as just for game day preparation and shit like that. That's like the biggest thing that he falters in. Now, how you correct that? He just got to learn how to get out his own way. He's just so damn stubborn, and that's gonna be his fault.
Yeah.
I don't know how you fix that.
And that's the thing. Does he go to coaching clinics to like learn like X's and O's, or like on offensive play calling and defensive play calling? Because he's really an O-line specialist, and I think we're like trying to expect a lot out of him.
Mm-hmm.
What if he get out the way and allow his coaches to do what they're supposed to do?
This is what I'm saying.
It's not a problem. We ain't expecting that from him. Really, us expecting him to get out of the way is expecting too much. But that's all he got to do. He ain't got to have his hand in everything. Let them do what he paid them to do.
But I think we kind of saying it like I think it's easier said than done. When your $8 million ass is on the line, you might want to be a little bit hands on too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but his shit ain't work either.
I agree.
Did it work?
No, he like the Jerry Jones. He the Jerry Jones. He like Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones. That's me.
And that's why Jerry ain't won shit since the 90s, because he in his own way.
Mm-hmm. And Mario the same way. Mario has shown you the offense is gonna be predicated by my offensive line. So that means we gonna run the ball. And every OC that come in, that's what you gonna do.
But see, with Mario having that mentality, I don't see why people think it's just so crazy that he move Lofton the running back. He want to run the ball any motherfucking way.
Mm-hmm.
But by that logic, is he wrong? Is the question.
For what?
Yeah, I want to say like what,
like in terms of like this is how he knows like he's been remember he was a player. He's been around the best like Saban, so he kind of knows what it's supposed to look like. So who's to tell him he's wrong?
Well, at the same, I tell you this, he might not be wrong. He's incomplete, and when I say he's incomplete, because he's failing to realize that the game where he knows it to be and how he wanted to look ain't that. And then you got to realize too, dude, you got these bona fide Ferraris and Lamborghinis on the outside. Let that shit run. You don't get that shit to park in the fucking garage.
I feel you, but when Michigan did what they just did, now who's to tell Mario, hey, that shit don't work?
Oh, we gonna do that.
You got a point. You got somewhat a point, but I look at it like if you've been around the goal, he been around Saban, and you see, we just talked about Saban adjusted. Mario should know when to adjust it to the let go, but it's like he don't. Like, you see Saban had he got out his own way somewhat.
And my next question is, who doesn't want a team like Michigan? Honestly, like a coach.
I mean, dude, it's a different environment in South Florida when you got these Lamborghinis again. You gotta highlight that.
Miami damn sure don't want to. Miami, they don't want to be Michigan. I'm not saying the coaches, the players don't. But we not throwing the ball.
And if we're all going to be moving to the Big Ten, for example, we're going to have to get some meat on the bone.
Yeah.
I mean, that is true. That is true, though. But at the same time, you can't expect to copy what everybody else doing and expect the same results. I mean, dude, again, dog, you in the bottom, and we known for speed. And you tell them you go handcuff them just because everybody just want to pound the ball? That's fucking asinine.
That ain't Miami.
True. You guys right. Good point. Good point.
Never been Miami always been airing that bitch out, and that's why you gonna turn around and then be like, okay, well, we gonna let these dudes go to Georgia and all these teams in the South that they gonna air the ball, and Miami gonna like, oh, but because we in this conference, we gonna do what they do, and then you gonna let all your 4 and 5 star corners and receivers, running backs leave, and then you're gonna be mad because you can't get them in recruiting that. Then you're gonna be like, well, we let them go and they can, like, dog, you can't have this shit both ways. You can't.
Let's get back. Basically, I agree with you saying. I feel like what made Miami different. We were explosive. We were doing this. We were doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Bring that. We take that shit everywhere we go. We don't need to change up because we don't need to change up because we in the division or we get in the Big Ten. Fuck that.
And
what made us great? What made us great? That's continue what we've been doing.
And now you got a motherfucker like Cam Ward, the way he throwing that bitch. Why would we be handing the shit off 30, 35 times a game? Man, let that shit fly.
I mean, with what Miami got right now, and traditionally what Miami always been, with all the speed that you got, you need to be at least 70-30 or 80-20 pass. Period. That's just what it is. That whole want to be balanced shit. Nah, we got too much fucking speed to be balanced.
Well, like Scooter them said, if we throwing it that much, who's pass protecting? Who we got in the backfield that's pass protecting?
Well, hopefully you better 1, 2, 3, gun that bitch. Fuck all that 7-step drop. That shit ain't gonna work.
For real.
But y'all talk about not being balanced. What we talking about here?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Not being balanced, just letting that bitch go. Bro said 80-20, 70-30.
We ain't doing that. Y'all know damn well we ain't doing that.
We ain't. Well, we know we ain't. Fuck with Mario.
I'm just saying what the formula should look like. If you want to win at a high level with what Miami traditionally got, and not even traditionally, the way that we see Mario's recruiting, that would suggest to me that, hey, if you're getting the right quarterback and you're getting them right dudes on the outside, shit, 60-40 is the least I would take. But even that's like, shit, that's a lot of run, and you ain't built like that.
I think he's trying to be built like that. That's what I think he's doing. So I think you want to practice what you want to preach, and I think that's what it is. So in games where we looking like we may be saying, "Hey, pass," he's still trying to develop an identity that we're going to run the ball.
Yeah, but check this out though. You're trying to build the identity of running the ball with damn near all of your backs -2 or 180 pounds. That shit don't work. That's when you're gonna start losing people. All your running backs are damn near 180, 190 pounds. All of them. Shit, Conte is the biggest at 230. Fletcher is 220. Yeah, now you playing with a tight end that's gonna slide over every now and then that's 230. And you talk about trying to run the ball all the time, and they want to run the ball up the gut. You might get Chris Johnson who's 4-3, but shit, you gotta get there first.
So y'all think we didn't pass the ball enough last year? Honestly,
we did.
I think it was game to game. I think it was
Texas
game to
A&M.
game.
Yeah, they passed the
I
coach.
think it's game to game.
We was challenged that game too.
What, David? What you was finna say?
Nah, I just said the same thing you said. I think it's game to game. I think it depends on like what the defense looking like and who we playing against. Like what's their weakness, what's their strong suit. Basically, it's game to game. If we run the ball more or pass the ball more.
But you know what though? You know what the truth of the matter is? You don't let no defense dictate what you do if you're offense. You let their asses adjust to you. Defense supposed to read and react. Offense supposed to be in attack mode. Now you telling me you're gonna be like, oh, you know what? Nah, fuck that. You gotta stop me. Stop it.
How y'all boys feel about it? Y'all agree with that?
I mean, fuck all that. Oh, we didn't do the now. You're gonna have to show me because I got my game plan. Yes, you got to make an adjustment. I agree with that.
Okay.
If my offense is straight gunning, I ain't gonna change up just what you got. You have to show me you can do.
Look at the flyer on the phone.
Wait, let's find out who that is. Who is that?
He gone already.
This what I meant by like football IQ. Do y'all see that in Mario? Like, can y'all think he could see it, or he just play by play? Because it look play by play.
I don't think he's play by play. I just think Mario is like Mario want to play bully ball, and that's not. It's football. This nowadays is a game within the game. It's like you gotta, when somebody go down 13-10 in the half, and in that third quarter they come in and light you up for about 15, 20 points. You don't know what to do after that. It's like run the ball. Like you gotta. It's a game within the game. You gotta be able to counter, and it's like that's why having a good OC is important. Having a good DC is important, but. That's why I like Guidry so much. It's like he don't just sit there and let somebody keep beating him at the same thing. Like I like Guidry so much because it's like you can tell he self-evaluates a lot. It's like he don't just look at what he's doing, but he looks at what the opponent's doing. But he's also looking at what he's doing and saying, okay, what did I do right here on this play that got this reaction? And the next time, what can I do better? I don't think Mario knows how to do that. And I'm not even sure Dog knows how to do that, which is kind of making me nervous, but it is what it is. But I don't think he knows how to do that. You can't win at bully ball.
I mean, we could take a look at the stats. We can see how much we pass the ball, but we kind of talked about it last week, how Texas A&M was a pass happy game. And then we started running the ball 30, 40 times a game. But some people say they think it was TBD. But we know we are offensive. Our coach is an offensive line guy. Mirabal is the offensive line coach. They're going to want to establish the run. Now, not saying it's a bad thing. Michigan won a national championship doing the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So they're going to want to establish the run. They want to show off their offensive line. And that's just how it is. But I'm hearing they're going to throw it around, and it's looking like they're going to throw the ball around this year. But I think teams that win, bro, I think the teams that win have a little bit of both. It is some balance. But let me see. Let me go through. See if I can go through the game log.
Hey, Street, do you think we set up the pass? I mean, start with the pass and set up the run this year? If we both be pass happy, like have the pass open up the running lanes for the running back, if you'll be passing it.
I don't think they're ever going to be pass happy. But I think that I know for a fact they're going to pass more. They're going to pass more. Last year was a mix between Mario or Mirabal or sticking their nose in or want to establish the run, and TBD not being trusted. After Georgia Tech game, I'm not sure what happened with TBD, but they really didn't trust him.
Somebody introduced him to the bookie. That's what they say.
Yeah, they didn't trust TBD 1, and then 2, there was a lot of stuff that they didn't run because TBD didn't like certain shit, and they gave him that much control, and that's what fucking killed a lot of shit.
Well, you kind of had no trust in that because if that's going to be your quarterback, you've got to run what he likes and what he's capable of running. Because we saw that he wasn't capable of doing a lot of things.
That's why the offense looked so damn handicapped, and you knew exactly what they was going to run on every damn down.
You're gonna
Sound like two.
hello.
Hold on. Hold on. Y'all give me a second. DADOC. Who's that?
It's the same.
You trying to talk? I know. I'm trying to see. Are you trying to, bro? The doc 2187. You there? So I'm trying to give him an opportunity before we mute him or something. Okay, he on mute now. He good. Okay.
He been trying to order five. He been trying to order 5 guys on that.
No,
I see. They still ain't made up their mind.
Can I
That's why
ask
he
an
can't order.
off-topic?
She can't make up her mind.
Yeah, there's a lady in there, man. Tell me, rub my feet. Come on, man. Y'all come in here, man. Y'all come in this Discord, man. Don't come in here. Don't come in this Discord if you don't run your house, dog. If you run around your house, don't come in this Discord. All right? Or just keep mute. I don't ever hit unmute if you run around your house, man. Only people who run their house use the mic in the Discord, all right?
Yeah, right.
Question to all you guys. Question to all you guys. When Butch Davis went to Cleveland Browns, who did y'all really want at head coach?
At that time, we didn't necessarily care. I don't think. I think we cared.
That's what we. That's.
I agree with that.
Was that street?
That's when who came after Butch?
Larry Coker.
Coker.
Yeah.
Downfall right there.
I would have. Yeah, I don't think we cared.
You know what? I used to think we was in a mindset of it didn't matter.
Yep.
I think that was a mistake, though. I think we let the players choose. I think
we did.
The players did you. The players went up to the front office.
That might have been the worst decision in history of Miami.
No, they did that twice.
But go ahead.
Randy Shannon too, right?
But ain't that how Shannon? Ain't that how Coach Shannon got his job too?
Randy Shannon. Yeah, that's what I heard.
The players chose him. Yep.
Hey guys, one point on balance. If you recall, remember how prolific the LSU offense was. They had great balance, even though they passed the ball very well. They had a 1,400-yard rusher in that offense.
Yeah.
So they ran the ball pretty doggone effectively. So yeah, balance is a big deal. And I know we want to pass it better, but we passed it pretty well last year. And even with a quarterback that was kind of questionable. So I think we should be a lot better this year.
If we can do better at yards after catch, if we can improve our yak, then we ain't got to throw it 40, 50 yards down the goddamn field. Let them boys get the ball, them break a couple tackles, and it'll work out just fine. But if we try to nickel and dime and all we get is a couple of first downs and 10 yards, then it's different.
I agree. Because you got to remember, we do have a lot of talent at running back, and we do need to get those guys out there. We need to play them. We need to run those guys. You know,
I think it's just creativity, right? We don't care how we win. I think it's just creativity. We don't want to be on the sideline or in the bleachers like, oh, we're going left.
Yeah.
Everybody can see it. Oh, the right guard pull, we're going right. It's pretty predictable.
Man, you know what's so funny? I remember it was like 3 or 4 years ago. All the defenses in the country knew what we was gonna do because they would look at our center and be like, if he tap him on the left, they're gonna run left. If he tap him on the right, they're gonna run right. And I was so pissed off. But that's what it is. It's not.
But you know that Lashley offense was very elementary, man. Come on, really. I mean, it just
that's what it was. It was under that Lashley. Yeah. It was like so remedial. It was like But it goes back to what bro just said. It's like we're going to be balanced. We got a leader at the helm, but it's about in the game within the game. Like, can you adjust? Can you be creative and stuff like that? I just don't want somebody to come in and be like and punch us in the mouth, and we don't know how to react. It's like every fighter gets hit in the gut at least once or twice, but it's like how do you respond to that?
Do you guys think we reach a roster level where we are the old Miami again, where it didn't matter what you knew we were running? You could know what we were running. You couldn't keep it. No, that's just
I
not.
think I think we got about another year or two.
Oh, yeah, I was saying
We're getting close though. We're getting close.
Yeah, what time frame you suggested? Maybe 3 years from now we will have that. But like, I mean, 3 years, 2 years, we should have that particular roster the way that they moving and recruiting. Yeah, I can see that happening. Now the question is you could have a roster full of that, but what your coaching look like? Because if you don't got the coaches to back up with that, then that shit's gonna be all for nothing.
I wonder, do we see forward receiver sets though? Like, do we actually use the speed that we have on the offense? Like, use a Ray, use a Robbie, use Chris Johnson. Like, do we use the speed this year? Because yeah, we want to see them guys play. But do y'all, this for everybody? Do y'all guys think we use the speed this year if we're gonna pass it a little bit more?
For receivers, I don't see that happen. You're gonna probably see 3 receivers in the tight end because Arroyo is showing you that he back. So you're gonna run that. Now I don't see the 4. I mean, he's showing you that he can be that 4th receiver. So I don't see that happening at the rate.
But you, I think what he's saying, well, not what he's saying, but you should run for it. Why? Just to give different looks, just to do different things. You feel me? I think, and that's what's like Stern was saying. We go back to creativity. Sometimes you do shit just to do it.
No,
just to have somebody else have something else to think about. You know what I'm saying?
I totally agree with that. But just from what I've seen and what has been shown that, you want that mismatch with that tight end also doesn't hurt. But do I see it happening? No. Would I love to see it? Oh, of course, we all would love to see it, but I don't think that. Not yet. Like I said, the time that I've been to practice, I have yet to see them roll 4 receivers. I always see 3 and 1. I see that off that yeah they do. For 4,
Okay, but you saying that? Okay, but you saying that, bro? Do you think we rotate, like, or just do a rotation? Do we see? Well, okay, if we're not doing that, do you think it'd be a rotation? Using the speed, if it's not gonna be a 4 receiver set.
I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. I'm telling you, there's you got Horton, Zay in the slot, and you have Jacoby George. Behind Horton, right now you got who that is? You got
You mean directly behind them?
Yeah, directly behind Horton. You got
It's not JoJo.
JoJo.
You got JoJo.
It's not JoJo.
JoJo, right?
Okay.
You got in the slot, you got Ray, and then on the outside you got Nakar. Them young 3 bulls right there, they getting a lot of work. A lot. Now, what Chad's gonna do when he get there, we don't know. Shamar Kirk has been showing signs that he's getting it. So them dudes, they gonna play. They gonna play a lot too. They earn it. They earn and they keep.
But the key is they can play. We just want to see them get balls because we saw guys getting in last year rotating. They just don't get no balls. So that's I think that's in. Go ahead.
That was because of the simple fact that you had to do like Van Dyke, who wasn't comfortable with nobody and didn't want to spread the ball. See, that's on the quarterback that spreading the ball around. You can line up how many people you want to, but if a quarterback just be like, okay, I got a love affair because this is my roommate and he's the sure thing, that's who's getting the ball. And that's what we saw the last 2 years with them too. So now you got a new quarterback who's like, hey, I'm brand new to all y'all. So you get your ass open, I'm gonna get you the ball. And the top 3 as we see right now, they have been spreading the ball around. That is I've seen it. They literally spreading them around. They ain't like no favorites.
So
what you saying?
What y'all?
Go ahead.
Yo, what's good? I just jumped in. I'm kind of lost what y'all talking about, but give me good.
What's going on? We just talk about balance, receiver rotation, and all that kind of stuff. Go ahead.
You can tell us about the scrimmage. You can tell us about scrimmages and recruitment. X when you go ahead.
Hey, so listen. The starting receiver is going to be George, Strepo,
JoJo and they gonna be interchanging for starting role, and then Ray is gonna be most likely the fifth receiver off the off the bench, and then they go from there.
Not Carr.
No, okay, so the thing is, you got Night Card. It's gonna be he gonna play.
Yep.
Robbie and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is basically it's gonna be a 4-man wide receiver rotation. Mostly. The 5th, 6th, and 7th wide receiver, they'll get in. They're gonna get in, but it's mostly gonna be a 4 wide receiver rotation. And that's Restrepo, George, and then you got JoJo and Zay. And then Ray will crack the rotation, and then everybody else will fall in place and stuff like that. Not saying that it's bad, but that's the competition of what is going on right now.
It sounds bad for Ray. So Ray is considered the 5th, so he ain't really getting that much.
I mean, Ray is basically back in Restrepo. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know how many people keep thinking Restrepo is not like that, but Restrepo is gonna play. He just does whatever he needs to do to make a play.
And Ray look good. Ray look good too, but I just think we're getting to the point where it's depth, bro. Like we're getting to the point where we're recruiting better guys, and we have depth. I was talking to Rob Mack last week, and he was saying, bro, listen, man, I remember when we went from Santana Moss to Andre Johnson. He said Santana Moss was good. He said, but Andre Johnson was something else. You know what I'm saying? And right. So when it starts changing like that, it's going to be guys that have to wait and be patient. And I talked to Ray. Ray good with it. Ray learning. Ray had to put on 15, 20 pounds. He good. He good with waiting and being patient and waiting his turn. He okay.
Yeah, so the thing with Ray was, when Ray was at Edison, it wasn't like he was running the exact routes for him to get the ball. He was just better than everybody who was guarding him. So now he's in college. He has to run the exact routes because everybody's good in college. You know what I'm saying? So now he understands that, and now, as you see, he's beating everybody because he's like, okay, well, I'm better than everybody, but I had to learn these routes where I could run it and then beat everybody.
Yep. His big thing was having to learn coming from actually listening to what he was saying and just watching him play. He's coming from a running back position, and now he literally have to go and line up as a receiver regularly now. So I mean, the whole learning the route tree and depth and recognition and all that shit changes. What I would say, the odd man out, which looks very unfortunate, might be Robbie. He might have to go to corner.
Yeah, listen. Even today they had a scrimmage and stuff like that. The defense got the better part of the scrimmage. Once Lance Gildry was able to identify everything that was going on with the offense, he understood. Oh, I could send his package, stuff like that. And then the defense, the secondary specifically, had a way better day. So that's one, I guess, thing that everybody, the fans and stuff, just worrying about. Me and Speedy keep telling you, like, hey, we not gonna worry about Gildry. The main focus was always Dawson. If Dawson could score a certain amount of points, the defense is going to be good regardless, because Gildry's going to send chaos. So today, the whole scrimmage was, okay, let's see. Let us see our both coordinators dial up stuff they can do. The offense got some good parts of it, but the defense won the majority of the scrimmage. And it's not low blow on the offense. It's just Gilgy is a damn good defensive coordinator. He knows exactly what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Didn't Cam throw a pick? Who caught that pick?
Yeah. Cam threw a pick. I mean, you know, he's trying to get it in the small things, and you know, it just happened.
Who caught it?
It was it was Savior and Riley out there. That's the Virginia, not Virginia, the Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt draft.
Yeah, the Vanderbilt guy. Yeah, he caught it. I mean, you know, it's one of those plays where, you know, it can either go both ways. The other thing was, from what I was told today, Cam is just, I think Streeter said something like this probably might be the best quarterback we've had since
Testaverde.
Well, I don't want to go back that deep. That's fun. I mean, I would say Derek King, because Derek King, you know, he won us 8 games and we was 8-3, and that was in the COVID year, but it could have been better if we had a better defense.
So is there anything that
not the
Cam
King,
needs to
bro? I
work
think I
on?
go back further than that, though.
Brad Kaya.
I think
I mean, okay, so
if
we talking specifically on throwing the ball, then you got to go back to Brad Kaya.
If this man have a decent year, he's projected to go where in the draft?
First round.
When the last time we had anybody with quarterback and first round the same sentence?
TVD after 8 games.
Brad Kaya.
And TVD. It was Brad Kaya, but both of them was like fool's gold, right? Like both of them was like, even though I was high on Brad Kaya, TVD was like
Brad hurt his back, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I was high on Brad. People always I thought Brad was really good, and people always downplay him for some reason. I don't know why. But Brad Kaya is not this. He's not the guy.
No. Okay, so
he's not what we have now.
But Streeter, what I'm saying is, okay, so look when Derek King came. When Derek King came, Derek King was the first college football player to receive an NIL deal, right? The whole college football world was like, shit, Miami got what they need.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing was we didn't have a defense. It was like, man, shit, Derek King, you got to win us all these games because the defense isn't as good. Fast forward, now you have Cam Ward. You have Cam Ward, and you saying, well, you got Lance Gilchrist saying, well, we have a defense. If you could do your job offense, we're gonna do our job defense.
De'Aaron King at his best, right?
He wasn't perfect.
He would have never got drafted, right? Not a quarterback.
Because he's short.
Undersized and all that. It was just a lot. But I mean, he won us 8 games.
I don't know. I just think this is what I think. X. I don't know. I'm gonna cut you off. This is what I think. I just don't think we've had anybody like at this caliber, and I think it goes past Kaya, past King. I think this is a guy that in a Clemson game, right? Remember Clemson shut us down?
Which year?
Which one?
Which year?
Right. I think we got a guy, right? I think we got a guy that we walk in any building and we got a shot.
Agreed.
That type of guy I think we got.
With the defense help, hell yeah.
So Streeter.
And I think it's leadership. I think there's a lot of things. And King, I think we have this guy arm talent, bro. Like his arm talent. Like we haven't had a guy like this, bro, in a long time.
Well, what's his deficiencies? Because we only talking about the good.
So Streeter, you remember last year, I think me, you, Cal, Maddie, and I think Rich was on that. So we had a projection about what would TBD do for the season, as far as statistically, stats wise, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess I think I was saying 35. You were like, well, shit, if TVD do 35, we gonna win 10 plus games. So you were like, well, shit, yeah, TVD do 3,500 yards or 30 plus touchdowns. Yeah, we're supposed to win. By you saying we haven't had that type of caliber quarterback, I mean, it's simple because when we looked at the stats, we like the leading passer yards per year was, I think somebody said it was what, Vinny Testaverde. It's like, shit, that's in the 80s.
Right.
We literally talking about 2024 where throwing the ball is the key to winning games. So if you say, all you gotta say, what it was last year, you said, okay, per game, TVD got to pass what, 2 something per game.
It's something low, right? But yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the
So
stat that
just
was
imagine
crazy to me.
this shit.
The
Just
touchdown.
imagine if Cam just say Cam say 275 per game with 3 plus touchdowns. I mean, what type of season you think it's gonna be?
10 wins. I think it should be 10, 11 wins. He should be
3,500, at least 3,500 yards passing.
I can't believe the record for is like 28 or something like that. I was like, that is disappointing. I was like,
the record.
I go back to what X is saying, the record of touchdowns.
Oh.
Yeah, like, okay, so
That's
I forget
crazy.
what they said the other night. The other night when we was on the space, they said somebody, I forget who it was, but they said 29 touchdowns for a season.
It was Kaya was 28, 29, I think, and I think somebody before that was 28.
That's kind of petty. Like, we talking about in 2024, like, people got 50 touchdowns. Like we talking about we got 29.
But think we haven't had
Don't forget, guys.
though. Remember, we took so long to convert to a one of those offenses that we just throw the ball around. Yeah, remember?
But don't forget.
I agree with you, but still at the same time, remember, okay, so when James Coley was the offensive coordinator, the offense was flying. We still didn't reach that like closely. Like, I think I'm not sure who was 29. I don't know if it was Brad Kyle or was it somebody in the 80s. I think it was
Steve Walsh.
Dennis Erickson. Not
Steve
Erickson.
Walsh. You said Steve Walsh. Somebody said Steve Walsh.
That's crazy. Steve Walsh.
Oh, Steve Walsh. You see what I'm saying?
You got to
Steve
remember
Walsh
back
was in the 80s, like late 80s, like 91. So you've been throwing the ball. And let's go to Ken Dorsey. Ken Dorsey, greatest team of all time. He didn't even overachieve that. Brad Kaya, the number one passing quarterback and all that, he didn't even achieve that. It's like you basically saying, okay, well, shit, Pam Ward, you got everything. You got all the tools. 29 touchdowns is the season record. You gotta break it.
Right.
I think the yardage was 35. Just say it's 35. You gotta break it.
Yeah.
You did all these things while you was at Washington State when you didn't have the talent that you have right now.
I mean, what he did at Incarnate Word was crazy.
Yeah, that's, I mean, I ain't really gonna brag about that because it was like you playing against the blind, like you say, the blind, you know what I'm saying? But you at Washington State, now you playing against Power 5 competition and all that, and then you still able to put up 3,700 yards, damn near 20, 25 plus touchdowns. You know, they saying you got sacked a lot. That's, I mean, shit. Washington State ain't got no offensive line that Miami have.
He be back there baking hot pockets. He just be standing in the pocket now. He got as much time as he want. But it's when the last time we had an offense, bro, that we didn't think about. Like we knew when they went out there, they could get 7. Or they gonna get us 3 first down. When the last time we had an offense, we were just like, oh man, our offense.
James Cody. I mean, Yeah, James Cody. James Cody.
Well,
Okay, so James. I mean, I would say Lance good. I'm not that. Lashley offense. But the offense couldn't run the ball. So it's like if you say a total offense where you can run and pass.
Right.
Yeah, I say James Cody.
So Lashley offense was good, right? But Lashley offense was good, but I don't think it was like when the last time we had an offense, bro, where it was high powered, dog. Like it was.
Yeah, like you knew that when you went out there, like we down 3 in the fourth
back
quarter,
in the 90s, back in the 80s,
like we about to go in there and go get this 7.
Right. Exactly. We down 7. We down 7 with 50 seconds left, and we know we finna be at the 20 in 3 plays. When last time we had that?
James Cody. Even so 2014, even after Florida State, they won the national championship the previous year, and then the next year they come back. Miami has an opportunity to beat them. James Cody dialed up a good game. We just end up they blocked the issue.
We stopped throwing the ball. I think that's the game we stopped throwing the ball with Kaya. We got to the second half and we stopped throwing the ball.
Yeah. They stopped throwing the ball, and but at the same time,
I'm talking about better than that. You talking about with Duke Johnson?
Okay, explain what you're talking about offense. You're talking about 300 plus passing yards, 200 plus.
I ain't even talking about stats, dog. It's more so of we keep going to stats, and I think it's more so.
It's you knowing.
I'll give you an example. It's just like when y'all saw the Chiefs, when y'all see San Fran couldn't put that ball away in the Super Bowl,
right,
and the Chiefs got the ball, you knew that shit was over.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
That was
like, you gave us 50, you gave us 50 seconds.
Right.
Like, yeah, we about to go do that. This is what we do.
I think someone asked in here, what's Cam Moore's deficiency? Like, I feel like Cam Moore came out of nowhere. Like he's the best kept secret almost. Like, have y'all seen like players from high school? Because it doesn't sound like he was highly recruited, and his trajectory in his career, like, it just skyrocketed. Have y'all seen that before?
I mean, at Incarnate Word, man, the man did something crazy. He did. It was almost 49 touchdowns. It was something crazy he did. 4,000.
So why would he overlook? What you're seeing with Cam Ward is basically, a kid don't have the grades to go to a Power 5 or whatever college. He goes to JUCO. He lights up JUCO, and then he gets a scholarship to a Power 5 school.
Right.
Okay.
That's basically what you see. What's his name? Cam Newton went to the University of Florida, did not play. Went to JUCO, lit it up, and then was able to make, him and his daddy basically said, hey, for my son to come to, y'all got to do this. Goes to Auburn, wins the national championship.
He told him to donate $1 million to the church.
Yeah,
it's like,
actually,
I'm not saying Cam Boy is that, but he's basically on that level saying, hey, okay, so I'm at the University of Miami right now. They paid me whatever to come here. Now it's time to play football. Where you going to go?
He was.
Sorry. My second question was: Is the NFL gonna be like, damn, why didn't we let him come out last year?
No. Everybody need mama coming out this year.
This QB class is very high right now. It's a high QB class.
Everybody and their mama coming out this year, dog. I mean, the QBs that's coming out this year, I wouldn't want no part of that.
The NFL,
and that's not to say they're gonna
process
pan
is
out
different,
either. Don't worry about it. Not to say they're gonna pan out.
Yeah, he could put up all these stats right here and still be a second or third rounder. The NFL process is just a whole lot. It's different. Whether it's good, bad, smart, or dumb, it's just different.
Yeah. So Incarnate Word, he was 65%, 4,600 yards, 47 touchdowns.
God, that was Packy defense at Incarnate Word getting the ball back so much. That's why he put up the numbers.
No, bro. Listen, this man. No, listen, man. The man, like, we haven't had one of these, bro. And that's what I'm saying, X. I'm talking about an offense where, like Kyle just said, I ain't talking about I don't remember this James Cody offense where I felt so good with a minute on the clock. I don't remember that, but I remember it back in the day when Ken Dorsey and McGahee, like we down and you know something gonna happen and a screen pass get thrown or a swing pass, the motherfucker go 60 yards. That's what I'm talking about with that confidence. We
But
haven't had one of them offenses in a
even
while.
with that off, even what you saying, that Ken Dorsey offense, it wasn't so much that the offense was so explosive. It was the players.
Mm-hmm.
Like remember that game when FSU. I mean, well, we down FSU, and then Ken Dorsey he backs up and throws a screen to Willis McGahee, and then Willis McGahee breaks for 60 yards, and you just know, yeah, we just got better players than them.
I give you another one. I give you guys another one.
It wasn't that we just had a better scheme or better coaches. It was just, yeah, we got better players because
I don't care how
we're not going to lose.
I don't care how it happens. That's what I'm saying. It's a mentality. I don't care how it happens. We had a brainiac at quarterback, right? Like we had a guy at quarterback that knew to throw the ball to Willis McGahee. We've seen quarterbacks that couldn't check down, that won't check down. Yeah, so it's not how it happens, X. I don't care how it happens. What I'm saying is I just don't remember us having an offense where it was that good where we didn't really worry about 3rd and 13 or being down 7 points with a minute left.
Well, yeah,
remember it happened to guys. Remember it happened again. Remember, was it 2003? We played for the University of Florida. Remember that? Remember how far down we were?
Yeah,
Hester had that return, and Brock Berlin, who we didn't like, but he played a great game.
Yeah,
and
that was Kevin Beard game.
Yeah, Kevin Beard, Hester, all those guys. They went off in that game. That was another one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mentality. Like, so when we start talking about touchdowns and quarterbacks, it's like, man, we haven't been at a high level in a long time.
I think the main focus is the fact that again, like when we got Derek King, we felt like, oh well, we're gonna have a good offense because now we got a mobile quarterback. His deficiency was he can't throw the ball as good as the other quarterbacks. So now we have a quarterback can what? He could run and he could throw the ball better than other quarterbacks. That's the only thing we needed. Last year we had an offensive line that basically only gave up 16 sacks. I would say 8 of those sacks, TVD just got hit because he was a dumbass. So now you're saying, okay, well, Cam Ward, you got sacked at Washington State 36, 38 plus times. You come to Miami, you're not going to get sacked 38 sometimes. All you got to do is just deliver the ball in the right facility, we'll win the games. So I think the offense is catered to do something special that we haven't seen before at Miami.
Hey, we're gonna see. That's all I'm saying. Keep my thing like that. We gonna see. I understand what Street was talking about. I think I don't. It's hard for me to say this because it happens every year. Man. Every year is 12-0, 12-0. But I can honestly say I haven't seen us acquire a player that's been as revered as Cam Ward. I can't. We were hype about Derek King like that, but this is a little different. And I noticed it just looking at his tape and his highlights, just the way he throws the ball, the way he flicks it with his wrist. I was like, God damn. And now you just hear it every time somebody comes back from camp, whether it's a retired pro, a media member, alumni, you just hear it. Everybody's impressed with the way he throws the ball. So this year got to bring us something. Like, dog, if we don't maximize this, bro, it's some heads need to roll. I'm sorry. It's not gonna happen, but I'm just saying. I don't know what else you want besides this court. Like what else can you add to the offense to make it any better?
I mean, okay, so Luke said something about Miami got to be 12-0. I'm not sure if that's the expectations of everybody. It's kind of wow. You know what I'm saying? Nobody expects to go 12-0, even the top teams. But I understand. So it's like,
all right, man. So we're gonna be shutting it down. That's Discord live. So we'll go back in the Discord and they'll continue all night long, man. Thank you for joining in. Hit the like button, share. You want to be a member? It's in the description at the bottom. Or if you want to be IOD Squad, it's in the description at the bottom. Next week we should do it again Friday next week. And try to get a look at the villains and what we do in our membership, in our Discord and the information we have and the way we share information. I think it's kind of different the way our community is from other communities. So we do these things for you guys, man. Good night. And you jump in the Discord with these boys. Saturday night, sitting at home with us. You probably ain't got no life. You know what I'm saying? Like so. All right, man. I appreciate y'all hitting like and share. We out of here.